Welcome to N'Djamena for live coverage as Chad look to cause an upset against Sudan in the opening round of qualifying for the 2022 World Cup. We're only 12 minutes from kickoff now, but there's over 3 years to go until the finals in Qatar. It would be a long journey for either of these nations to reach football's greatest international tournament for the first time. Sudan will be the favourites to win this tie, ranked 47 places higher than their opponents in the FIFA rankings. But Chad have managed some surprise victories in their recent history. Today, a prize in the second round of CAF qualifying is up for grabs, with the second leg to come in Khartoum on Tuesday. As you can tell by the packed stands at the Stade Omnisport Idriss Mohamed Ouya, this is a big moment for Chad. They've only played twice before this year, and that was a 5-4 aggregate defeat in African Nations Championship qualifying against Equatorial Guinea. That's of course a tournament where only home-based players can play. So this is the first time this year for those fans to see their full senior team in action. Sudan's only game of 2019 so far also came against Equatorial Guinea. That was part of their unsuccessful Africa Cup of Nations qualifying campaign. Still waiting for the teams to emerge. Today's host did reach the second round of qualifying for the 2018 World Cup. There they stunned Sierra Leone's in the opening round on away goals before being knocked out by Egypt. That was despite a famous first leg 1-0 victory over the 7-time African champions. Sudan have had more competitive football under their belts in recent years. They made the group stage of Africa Cup of Nations qualifying, where they finished bottom of their section, winning only against eventual surprise package at the finals, Madagascar. Sao have never qualified for a World Cup or Africa Cup of Nations, and they're currently ranked 175th by FIFA. That's the 6th lowest of any of the CAF nations, which puts them in pot 2 for this round. Sudan, of course, in pot 1. In fact, the first time that Chad ever attempted to qualify for the World Cup was for the 2002 competition in South Korea and Japan, having only joined FIFA and CAF back in 1988. Despite some barren years, Sudan have a far more storied history than today's opponents, having played in the inaugural Africa Cup of Nations in 1957, and they were African champions in 1970. They have had some high points in recent years. They even made a surprise run all the way to the Africa Cup of Nations quarter-finals in 2012. Hasn't gone so well for Chad. They were kicked out halfway through their 2017 Cup of Nations qualifying campaign for financial problems. These two do have some history. They played each other in the first group stage of qualifying for the 2010 World Cup. Both teams actually won away from home. Sudan 3-1 and Chad 2-1. But that game in Sudan had to be rescheduled as Chad didn't turn up for the original date. That failure to play the game saw them kicked out of Africa Cup of Nations qualifying as the group doubled up, although they were not disqualified from World Cup qualifying, despite being subjected to a brief suspension. That year, Chad finished bottom of their group, but Sudan finished second behind Mali to reach the second round of qualifying, before finishing bottom of that group to fail to reach South Africa.
Pour suivre donc en direct sur vos écrans le match aller des préliminaires de la Coupe du Monde Qatar 2022 qui va se jouer entre les crocodiles du Nil du Soudan et les Saouds du Tchad qui reçoivent donc cette équipe.
Chad are winless in their last 4 games. Sudan have lost 4 of their last 6. So they both see this as a good opportunity to try and set a few wrongs right. And now here come the teams led by the match officials. Chad led out by their captain Ezekiel Unduassel, a scorer of 6 international goals. Last 2 years he's been in excellent form for the Indonesian team Persib Bandung, having previously played in Europe for Terek Grozny in Russia and Hapoel Tel Aviv in Israel. Last man out onto the pitch for Chad is Casimir Ninga. He plays in the French Ligue 1, currently at Angers after joining Caen in the close season. Ninga will be looking to add to his tally of 5 goals in 18 internationals. He's yet to score this season in France, although has only appeared on 3 occasions as a substitute. Time for the national anthems now. This song was chosen as the national anthem of Sudan after their independence in 1956. The title translates in English to "We are soldiers of God, we are soldiers of our homeland." Huge moment for all these players, and of course for the home crowd.
Voilà, vous venez donc là de suivre l'une des 2 pays. On suit donc
huge roars now in the stadium as La Chidienne comes to a close. It finishes with a line, "Lift up your eyes, the future is yours." This home crowd will take for the next 90 minutes, going the way of the home team. Almost ready now for kickoff. It's Chad against Sudan in the first leg of the first round of World Cup qualifying in Africa.
Nous avons 2 équipes qui n'ont pas pu se qualifier pour les matchs de poule à la précédente édition de 2018. Le Soudan a été éliminé
Final team huddles now.
préliminaire par la Guinée-Conakry. Un but à Khartoum contre 0 et 4 buts à 1 à Conakry. Et le Tchad a été sorti par l'Égypte, le Nigeria. On se rappelle encore de cette rencontre. Je le disais, le Tchad est placé 175e.
There's today's referee from Guinea, Bungali Kanate.
Le Soudan, 100. Ce qui veut dire que sur le papier,
And the two captains
le Soudan sont nettement
just going
placés.
through the motions now before
Le
kickoff.
football n'est pas de la mathématique. Et on a vu le Bénin surprendre donc le Maroc de Hervé Renard à la dernière CAN, ce qui prouve que le football se joue sur les deux jeux et non pas sur le papier.
Team photo times. There's the Chad outfit. The crowd seated for the moment. And they start to stand now for their heroes as they take their positions on the field.
فإن منتخبنا الوطني ساوو مدعوم بلاعبين محترفين في الدوريات الأوروبية والسودان المنتخب السوداني لديه لاعبين محليين فقط هم يلعبون في
There's nothing the coaches can do there now.
الهلال والمريخ وأهلي شندي
Mudu Kuta watching on from the bench for Chad. He's been in charge of the South since 2015. There were reports just last year that former Cameroon and Liverpool midfielder Rigobert Song would take over as Chad coach. That never materialised. On the Sudan bench is Croatian Zdravko Lugarusic. He's probably best known for coaching Kenyan giants Gor Mahia from 2012 to 2013. Here we go. Sudan to get us underway. And away we go. At the Stade Omnisport, Idriss Mohamed Ouya.
De l'équipe tchadienne qui pour l'instant met la pression dans le camp soudanais. Un dégagement, la déviation.
And it's headed out for a throw-in after the ball goes all the way back to the goalkeeper from kickoff.
Voilà. Azarak qui sollicite Constant.
And now, first chance for the hosts to attack, and it goes all the way through to the goalkeeper, who wastes a bit of time. Opts for the long throw all the way out to his right back, Atar El Tahir. And the first corner of the game goes to the visitors. Hacked behind, good play down the left-hand side from Sudan. The first real opportunity to try and create a serious opening here for Sudan. Man near post there is Constant Matuinge, experienced Cotton Chad right back, and well, that set piece did not go to plan. The first opportunity is wasted. Now here come the home side, long ball up the right channel. And just like their first attack, it peters out quite quickly, the ball dribbling behind for a goal kick. You can see the Sudan coach down there, Logarusic, trying to get things organised. Now the long kick forward from goalkeeper Younis El Tayeb. Once again results in a throw-in, this time for the away team. Thrown forward by El Tahir. Successfully cleared, and now maybe Chad can launch their first real attack. Inga wins a throw-in. Nice play by Cesar Abaya, holding the ball up well, all the way back to goalkeeper Defala. Tries to play it out from the back, and it doesn't work out this time for Chad.
Voilà une touche au profit donc de cette équipe soudanaise que va effectuer donc
El Tahir.
Attahir.
Now, could this be an opportunity for a shot? There's a man over, he cuts inside and goes for goal, and it's just wide of the far post. The first shot in anger of this first round, and it wasn't too far away from finding the bottom corner. Very good effort by Ramadan Alagab. He's only scored twice for his country, and he wasn't too far away from finding a third. Sudan in the first 4.5 minutes looking the more comfortable in possession, but they've lost it there. Referee Kanate blows for a free kick. Crowd not too happy with that decision. Pumped forward into the box, headed only half clear, and once again Sudan have a throw-in. Home captain Unduassel trying to raise his men. Oh, there's a push there on the striker, was there? No penalty given. On we go, counter-attack possibly on here. Here come Chad, that's a nice touch. Ninga, in the end, losing out. It's still alive though. Nice touch by Ninga, he's gone down. And I think he has won the free kick. Bright start from both teams going forward. Azrak Mahamat to take the free kick. Dinks it in. Not enough on it though, and once again this game is open. There's plenty of space for both teams. It wasn't the greatest ball, but it's kept alive. Now here's El Rashid playing it forward for his winger to go rampaging into the opposition half. It's a decent ball in, and it's well gathered in the end by goalkeeper Defala. Nicely done by Alatama. Finds Ninga. Ball trying to get in behind El Tahir, who does well in the end to get the ball all the way back to his goalkeeper El Tayeb. Nice touch there by Altama, and he wins the foul. Chad may want to try and just slow things down a little bit. It's been very open so far, and that's a mistake. And now, here they come on goal. Is that handball? No, not given. Good defending in the end. Covering across was Beshir Said. Now, Unduasel. He's flying forward here. And it's good defending, covering back. Hussein Ibrahim. And the crowd like that. Excellent burst forward there from the captain Unduasel. The crowd are behind them. It's their first corner. Headed clear of the near post. Just couldn't beat the first man. And any chance of an opening goal passes the home team by.
Nous sommes à la 10e minute de ce match. Les deux équipes qui
Well won in midfield there, keeping the pressure on the Sudan defence. And he stepped in well there to win the free kick. Karl-Max Barthelemy. He also plays in Indonesia for Semen Padang. Looks like he's just playing the number 10 role today, the number 9. In comes the cross. He's done well to keep that in. Goalkeeper will have to watch it. He drops it, but it's already gone out of play, and it will be a goal kick. Can really sense the anticipation in this stadium. The locals are packed in to every crevice of this ground. Very calmly done by Defale, the goalkeeper, who's under a spot of pressure there. Once again, it's the right-hand side where they opt to launch an attack. And free kick given there.
Deux équipes, une équipe soudanaise qui est composée à 100% par deux clubs.
It's just gone a little bit bitty in the middle. Plenty of free kicks and set pieces. That's a decent ball forward. Hacked clear and not very far. One in the air nicely by Ndonane. And now Sudan win it back again in midfield. Nicely done by El Cigaro, the captain, to win possession, but then his teammates have lost it. Appeal for handball, and it's upheld. Another free kick in a dangerous position. Can Chad take advantage this time? They take it quickly. Tama doing well. Azrak just flicking it on out to the right back. Once again, the long pass not working out for either team. Intercepted by Altama. That's a good ball and flicked on. And the front two just weren't on the same wavelength there. Once again, the attack breaks down. Now there's space to try and pick a pass. And that's nicely done. The left back's overlapping here. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. There was a lot of space behind the Chad right back there, and Sudan couldn't exploit it. It's nicely done. That's a good ball forward as well by Azrak, looking for Ninga. Now Sudan just settling back down into another period of possession. That's a good ball. Now there's space over to the right-hand side if they want to use it. Instead they go for a goal and it's in. There's the opening strike of the game. It's taken less than 13 minutes. And Sudan have taken the lead. Ramadan Alagab is somewhere under there. He appears to be the man who scored it. It was very similar to the effort earlier in the game that went just past the opposite post. This one goes narrowly inside the near. And Sudan have taken the lead. They had threatened already, and now they've made their early pressure count. Chad, bright enough going forward, have looked slightly dodgy at the back, especially down that side. Then it all opened up for the visitors. Glum faces in the stands here. There's plenty of time still to go for Kuta's men. But they really need to tighten things up in midfield because they were caught out there. Fantastic finish, it has to be said. Just inside the post. Goalkeeper tried desperately to get there and just couldn't quite reach it. May even have grazed the post on the way in. Here come the home team looking for a quick response. Good defending though back there by Ibrahim. Ahmed Adam playing it forward now.
Les Soudanais qui sont très véloces, faut le dire.
Azrak almost gets it taken off him by his own player. In fact, he did. It's all a bit scrappy at the moment from Chad. That's a good ball. Can he keep it in? No, that's the third time now that a pass into that right-hand channel has gone all the way behind for a goal kick. Logarusic gesticulating down below us. Doesn't seem overly happy, but his team have started really well here and they lead by a goal to nil. And it's a crucial away goal as well. Il a 24 ans. Il a été formé à Al Hilal d'Omdurman. Et depuis là, il n'a même pas quitté cette équipe. Plenty of work for their team to do, and they might have more to make up if the cross here from Alta here is a good one. It was a good one. There's also clever goalkeeping. So he came out to grab that. There seems to be a bit of a worrying pattern now in this game for Chad. He just can't seem to find a way of keeping the ball. That's nice. And now here they come again with Alagab. Is this onside? No, the flag is up this time from the Guinean linesman. And some respite for Chad. Nice turn by Unduwassel. He really has lit the bright spark so far for Chad. And away goes Unduani. It's in towards Inga in the middle. And in the end, it's well cut out. This is better from the home team. Nicely played on by Umbagusum. In behind for the right back to chase, and he's sliced it behind for a goal kick. Just as a little bit of pressure was building there. Ali Abdullah, the goalkeeper, to take. The 30-year-old. Very experienced campaigner in goal for Sudan. Well, one in the air. And now Chad can try and build something. Once again, they've lost the ball in midfield, though.
في جميع خطوط الملعب سواء كان في الوسط أو الدفاع أو الهجوم.
Pumped clear.
ويعرفون من أين
They've got the two
يبدأون الهجمة والآن حاليا
slightly bigger forwards up front, but they're not really getting on to the ball at the moment. That's better from Ninga. Nice play. Laid off again by Mahamat. And now they've got men in the middle here. Oh, and he's overrun it. Really poor touch, just at the vital moment. Chad, for only the second time in the game, getting in behind the Sudan defence. Crisp build-up play. Azrak, Barthelemy, both involved. But in the end, the touch letting down Barthelemy. Pumped forward by Abdullah. Good header back there by Abaya. That's a poor ball though. Ninga, the guilty party. It's gone all the way out for a throw-in.
Une équipe tchadienne qui semble être un peu en difficulté au niveau de la compréhension parce que là, les joueurs n'ont pas eu assez de temps d'être ensemble.
Ahmad Adam
Et nous constatons qu'il y a hésitation de part et d'autre.
launches one forward.
Tout à l'heure, sur cette balle, Saleh Younous, il y a eu une incompréhension. L'arbitre estime qu'il n'y a pas faute.
And now Chad trying to catch them out with a quick throw.
En direction de
Barthelemy lays it off. And now here they come again. The left back's got loads of space here. And here he comes. Ndondani's ball is poor, really. It was tame. Chad appealing for the throw in. It's surely going to go the other way. No, here they come again. Nduasimo trying to cut inside. Settles for going all the way back there to Ndonani. And now here comes Eric. More promising signs here for Chad. Hacked clear at the back. Ahmad Adam with the defensive work. Now Eldin El Sighail mops up for Sudan and they can come forward again. They're opting for that ball in behind the left back again, and here they come. This is a chance to make it two. Oh, it's an excellent save. A real opening there for Sudan. It was Adum Defala who managed to palm it behind. It was a tight angle. It wasn't really in Saeed Boya's favour. He managed to get decent contact, and it was a good stop actually by Defala. Once again, Chad totally caught out in exactly the same position. Ninga racing forward from left back and then being caught out by the long ball over the top of his head. And it was a real chance for Sudan to make it 2-0. They're still attacking though. It's a strike from range, it's deflected. May have been better to put that ball into the middle there. They had men forward. And that's a waste for Chad.
Formé donc des joueurs de Al Hilal et d'El-Meriek, deux clubs des mêmes quartiers de Khartoum, Omdurman, et le message passe parfaitement. Et il faut aussi dire que le coach soudanais, Drafko Logarzic, est à la tête de cette équipe.
Once again, they're looking for that same pass. In behind Ninga, it doesn't work. This time, Azrak wins the free kick. Well, that's a good ball. And now, Undu Assel. Can he get away from his man? There's two of them shackling him over there now, and that's a foul on Undu Assel. He did really well there to hold the ball up, and then he was pretty unceremoniously hacked down by Mohamed El Rashid, and it's a yellow card dished out there by referee Konate. It's the second time in this game that Undu Assel, the Chad captain, has managed to escape his marker El Rashid down the left-hand side. Nothing came of it the first time, but he's got a free kick on this occasion. And it's in a really promising position, just to the left-hand side of the box. And, well, Sudan are opting for a three-man wall here, so obviously in the opinion that Unduassel may go for goal. Now that would be something. It's a very tight angle. And he has options here, Unduassel. Kanate is happy. Ninga's into the box as well now. There's at least 5 players there. He does go for goal, and it was a decent effort as well. Almost a cross-come shot from Unduassel, and that was not that far away from the far top corner. Oozing with confidence, the Chad captain. In his 2 seasons playing in Indonesia for Persib Bandung, he has scored 25 goals in 50 games, so it's an excellent record. And he came close to a 7th international goal there too. Well, that was just a warning to Sudan, who have looked reasonably in control so far, that things might not go all their own way. So, over halfway through this opening 45 minutes, and it's still just the 1 goal from Ramadan Alagab that splits these 2 teams. He'd already gone close once, drilling left-footed and wide, but he didn't need a second invitation to shoot. And his 13th minute strike from just outside the box splits these 2 teams. Oh, and taking a risk there at the back was Amir Kamal. He wins the free kick. Happy to try and bring it out of the back. He's only 27, Amir Kamal, but he's won over 40 international caps already. For a team that doesn't play competitive international football that regularly, it's quite some achievement. Second only in this squad to the captain El Sigail. This is his 51st Sudan appearance. Nodded on there by Yazir Mozamil. He's been a bit of a peripheral figure so far, Mozamil. He's been in good form for Al Hilal in his home country. He scored his first international goal in Sudan's 3-1 win over Madagascar in Africa Cup of Nations qualifying early this year. Inga wins the throw in. No, he doesn't. It's well kept in over there on the far side. I think it's a free kick in the end here for Sudan. Long. Looking for Mozamil. Second ball goes to a red shirt, but now Chad can break, and that's a decent ball, is it? No, it was the right angle for the pass. It was just over hit again. And, well, not for the first time in this game. It's all too easy at the back for Abdullah in the Sudan goal. Don't mind taking a risk, to be fair, in defence, Sudan. But they've played this nicely, and there's some space for Ahmed Adam to try and play it forward. And that's well done. In the end, though, the touch from Mozamil is not his best. And the wide open spaces in midfield are still there if someone wants to try and take advantage. Mad Tuinge, the right back, gives it over to Inga. Now there's a man over, and they found him. It is Inga. Oh, and the Angers man has done well here. And his cross just lets him down. The crowd like that though. They're starting to get more into this. There's 3 men in the middle here waiting for a cross. He's gone for goal and the rebound is cleared behind for another corner. The crowd roaring Chad on in search of an equaliser. That was really good play by the right back, Inga, getting forward, making a nuisance of himself. And in the end, his efforts have won his team a corner just before this short break for some much needed refreshments.
Après 20 minutes de jeu, les deux équipes ont le temps d'observer une pause, mais une pause d'une seule minute selon les règlements de la FIFA. Une minute juste après avoir.
Just going to be a 1 minute break here. It is extremely hot in the Chad capital. This game is very finely poised. Chad are looking dangerous. They've had their moments, especially through the captain, Asl. But you just feel that Sudan have got their opponents exactly where they want them, thanks to that early goal. Chad will really feel like they need to win this game, especially with the away goals rule. So crucial. Carl Bartolemi will be hoping to try and get into the game more for Chad, as will his opposite number, Yazir Mozamil. The two centre forwards haven't done much so far actually for either team, despite there being plenty of chances. Really has been in the wide areas that both teams have looked vulnerable so far. And it's from that far wing that this corner will be taken for Chad. They're all up from the back. Cesar Abaya is there, as are the strikers. It is flicked on and hacked away. Chad coach Tregoaz not happy with that. Another chance though to get the ball into the box, maybe from the free kick. They settle just to slow things down, take it short. Azwak. Oh, and is that a foul? I think it's just been given us a throw in, but both players are down and in some pain. It looked as though it was Mozamil, the forward back there for Sudan, tried to step across his man and he's rather unceremoniously taken him out. It is a throw-in. Both players seem okay and they're waiting to come back on. Played up the right-hand side. Oh, he's done well there actually with his first touch, because it wasn't the best of passes, but now it's been lost. He just did too much there, Eric Umbagosum. Turning into trouble, and the flag's up. And it was that man Alagaba again racing through. He's looked so dangerous for Sudan. Just couldn't hold his run. That was all Mbagusum's fault really, giving the ball away in midfield. And he can breathe a sigh of relief, as Alagab was caught offside. Can he keep this in? Yeah, well, he did. It was too close in the end to goalkeeper Abdullah, who did well. And once again, look at the space, just bowled out by the goalkeeper. And now Alagab holding the ball up. Sudan with the lead to build on. Don't need to do anything silly. Good play by Alagab, switching it out wide for Ahmad Adam. El Rashid. Amir Kamal, the centre-back, just happy to play it across at the back. Not much pressure on the ball from Chad. Happy to watch it in front of them, but now here's that man Alagab again, trying to find his man. Oh, and it's good defending. Flying across. He's done really well there to get in front of Mozamil. Cesar Abaya, using all of his 34 years of experience, stretching to volley it clear. That's nicely done. If he's onside, he is. In comes the cross, headed away towards Mozamil, and Chad win it back. Oh, that's a nice pass, and that's a foul. Advantage, says Konate. On we go. And the crowd roar Matuinge forward. He obliges. And he keeps going as well, looking for the overlap. Nduasamal decides not to use him. Now here's the switch. Ninga. One-on-one with Kamal. Goes back. Looking towards that back post, and again maybe just one pass too many there. They had they had chances to put the ball into the middle. Chad opted not to use them. The ball avoiding Azrak in midfield again. Oh, that's well played. Good one-touch football and trying to play him back in. And Mozamil was never going to get there. Chad making use of the new rule where you can have a play inside the area for goal kicks. Azrak just lays it off there to the right back, Matuange. Now Ninga, using his strength and trying to power away from the defenders. In the end, he has to settle for a free kick, but Chad are starting to get a lot more territory. Azrak, formerly of Espanyol in La Liga. Here he is again. Goes long. Looking for a teammate on the far side, and the backspin of the ball gets the better of Bartolemi. And another promising attack breaks down. Now here they go again, Matuinge. Good ball into the feet of Ninga. Oh, that's a really nice pass as well. And now is this an opportunity to shoot for Bartolemi? And the ball is taken away off his toes. And now there's a slip as well, as Sudan try and launch a counter-attack. Oh, that's a good ball, Alagab. Oh, well won. Well won by Abaya. Romeo does well. And Ninga seems to have switched wings with Unduasel. And it's working so far for him. Oh, that's a shot from Azrak Mahamat, which really wasn't the called for option there. Chad was just starting to build up a head of steam, and Azrak, well, he took matters into his own hands and hammered it quite a long way over. Ahmad Adam all the way across now with Kamal. Kamal comes all the way across. Alagab. Another good pass from Alagab. Oh, that's good feet. Just couldn't keep hold of the ball in the end there. That's another long-range effort, this time from the visitors, that flies far, far over the crossbar. Defala takes it short again. Now Azrak. Once of Espanyol, but now of Blue Boys Muhlenbach in Luxembourg. Urban Gossoum. Oh, he's found a nice pass here. Unduasel. Trying to skip away from his marker. In the end, the pass is too strong, and it's going to be a throw in. Ninga appealing in vain for it to go his way. El Tahir with the throw. Really does feel like this game is there for both teams to take by the scruff of the neck. Chad so far lacking the final ball, and, well, the first pass on this occasion for Sudan is poor. They're going to go back and just check that midfielder El Rashid is okay. The referee does look concerned about this. He looks okay, El Rashid. Possibly a late tackle there, as he just laid the ball off by Nduasel. And the Sudan players, well, they're not happy about it. They are complaining wholeheartedly to Konate. Romeo Otojimbai is there having a word with El Rashid. And, well, the crowd in such good voice at the start of this match. Not silenced, but quietened by this first half so far. Hasn't been for a lack of willing from their team, but just a lack of quality in the final third. There's the reason they're 1-0 down. Well, El Rashid's fine. And after quite a lengthy delay, we should be okay to continue. It's actually going to be a goal kick. I'm not sure why or how. Abdullah hoofs it into the opposition half. And it will surely be a Sudan throw-in. Indeed, it is. Alta here, very calm. He's had a good game so far. Alta here at right back. Provided a threat going forward, and he's done well at the back as well so far against the pace and power of Nduassel for the first 20 minutes, and then since they switched round, Casemir and Inga. Chad not wasting any time to get men into the area. Surely the ball will follow them soon. Indeed, there it is, and once again it's too strong, and you can see the frustration on the faces of not just the crowd but the coach Tregoat. 3 men in the area. Barthelemy peeling away towards the back post, and Abaya just kicks it so far over them. Azrak's header just running away from Otojimbai.
Supporter les Sao. Cela ne tienne. Ils sont venus nombreux. Le mordu du ballon rond touche au profit d'une équipe tchadienne qui manque donc d'un porteur d'eau au niveau du milieu de terrain.
Nicely mopped up by Ahmad Adam. Another Sudan fullback who's coped well so far. Kamal's ball forward. Powerfully won by Abaya. He'll get another go. Here he is. Oh, he's picked out a good pass, but Alagab actually, rarely for him, loses it. His flick not on target. And now that one's looking for Nduassel back on this left-hand side, and not for the first time, it's too long. Well, the 45 minutes are all but over. Waiting to see how much injury time will be added on. You'd think there'd be a couple of minutes. We have had 2 stoppages. Oh, that's a really good ball, and that could be a foul. It is a foul. I think it was just outside the area. It's going to be a free kick, I think. Let's see what Konate does here. It is going to be a yellow card. Cesar Abaya, the guilty party. And right in the dying moments of this first half, Sudan, out of nowhere, really have an opportunity to try and go 2-0 up. Yassir Mozamil just once again finding space in behind Cesar Abaya. For the most part, Chad have looked quite solid at the back, but down this Sudan right is where the visitors have had the most joy by a long way. And they'll be looking for even more celebrations now as Ahmad Adam, the left back, comes all the way over to take this free kick. There's nothing to lose really. We're well into injury time at the end of the first half. And sure enough, the box is well and truly packed for this free kick. Defala giving instructions to his wall. This could be a big moment in this match. Ahmad Adam goes for goal, and it was tame and really wasteful. And there might still be time for a counter-attack. Oh, that's nicely done as well by Romeu. Okjimbai finds Nduassel. And now here is Inga. Could there be a twist in the tail at the end of this first half yet? Inga. Good defending in the end by El Tahir. He has to go all the way back to Romeo again. He goes for goal. And, well, it went up. It never came down.
au-dessus, très loin de la barre transversale.
And it's another waste for Chad.
Otonjibaï, le sociétaire.
They've promised a lot in this first half, Chad, at various moments. But at half-time, it's the home team 0, Sudan 1, thanks to a 13th minute goal from Ramadan Alagab. And the hosts have it all to do.
L'équipe soudanaise, je le disais, il regagne le vestiaire avec un but marqué juste à la 14e minute par Ashkel, le sociétaire d'Al-Hilal d'Amdourman. Donc, studio, à vous pour la mi-temps. Ne vous découragez pas, quand on supporte jusqu'au bout. Est-ce que ça va? C'est pas possible. On parle pas dans le match. Galaxy, est-ce que ça va? Non, c'est grave. Bon, on revient pendant les 45 minutes.
s'échauffe, il y a Jimina Léger qui s'échauffe, il y a Tournant aussi qui s'échauffe, donc les choses vont changer. Jimina Léger, Marius, Tournant, le petit Tournant qui vient d'Italie, Marius qui vient de Porto. Donc on espère qu'il y aura un changement. La deuxième partie, la deuxième manche, c'est la partie la plus décisive. Ça passe ou ça passe? Les Saouds ont raté 5 minutes pour montrer de quoi ils sont capables devant les Soudanais. Probable changement chez les Saouds du Tchad. Donc on va vous annoncer ce qui va se passer après. Merci. On reprend la deuxième partie.
Welcome back to the Stade Omnisport. Idriss Mahmat Ouya, where Chad are in need of a second half comeback if they're to take a lead to Sudan next week in this first round of World Cup qualifying in Africa. The visitors leading by 1-0 thanks to a 13th minute strike from Ramadan Alagab. And it is the home team that get us underway in N'Djamena once more. And that happened quite a few times in the first half as well. Long passes straight out of play. An inauspicious start for the host to this second period. Well, that's not a great goal kick, and he's got away with it, Abdullah. A goal kick which he just totally mishit along the ground. And Karl Max Barthelemy actually managed to get a foot on it, just couldn't control it. If he had done, that might well have been the equalising goal. Encouragement then for Chad. Oh, and they're looking to get forward again, and that's a low ball into the middle. Really bright start. And it was Ninga Undonani, the right back, who was leading the charge there for Chad. Really good first 90 seconds for the home team, and the crowd, well, they're up, they're interested again. An equalising goal really would get this capacity crowd behind the hosts. The capacity of his stadium, well, 20,000. Wouldn't be surprised if there's more than 20,000 watching here. They really are rammed in. Ninga. No way through there. Azrak's pass is not a good one. No foul given. Now Chad, can they create a shooting opportunity? And not for the first time in this game. The final pass just doesn't quite come off. Well worked out of the back by Sudan. And now Ahmad Adam, the left back, getting involved for the away team. They got further than any other East African country in the 2012 Africa Cup of Nations, Sudan, when they reached the quarter-finals. And that's a foul. Abdullah hitting the ground, the right back. Well, not unsurprisingly, Chad coach Tregoat is thinking of some substitutions here. It's Marius who's warming up. The 21-year-old's prolific form for cotton sport. Cameroonian club saw him rewarded with a move to Portuguese giants Porto. He scored his first Premier League goal last season. Oh, and that almost went all the way through. It was Alagab who got a toe on it. Couldn't manage to direct it goalwards. Chad almost caught out there from an unusual free kick. And now here come Chad again. Building slowly through Azraq. Okajimbai dropping deep in search of the ball. It doesn't come to him. He carries on his run as the ball is put into the middle. Oh, and towards goal. I think that was actually a shot. And it wasn't far away from catching out Ali Abdullah in the Sudan goal. Everyone expected the cross and, well, looked like it was Casimir Ninga who had other ideas. And they're still to really test the goalkeeper though. We've only had a couple of shots on target in this game, and that of course was the goal from Alagab, and one moment when the right winger Said Boya got in behind and was denied by Defala in the Chad goal. Chad, for all their efforts, yet to really threaten where it matters. Now they need to get back as well. That's a poor pass in the end by El Tahir. And once again there might be space here. If Ninga can pick the right pass, he can't. Easily cut out in the middle by El Rashid. Here he is again. And that's well won by left back Abaya on a yellow card as well, so he had to make that cleanly. Matuinge just lays it off to Azraq. Oh, and Captain Unduasel has lost out. And now they've got a man free on the far side. That was a real opportunity for Sudan. He just couldn't quite catch up with the ball. Alagab was in the middle. It was El Sigail over on the right hand side looking to get hold of it. Maybe Mozamil actually, the right winger. There are definitely more goals in this game. Ninga back on the right wing where he started the match. Very strong tackle in the end by Ahmad Adam. There is Marius waiting to make his bow. Tregoat seems very keen to get him on. He'll have to wait for now because Sudan are looking for a second goal. Oh, it was initially well kept in on the far side. Saeed Boya with a decent first touch and then overrunning it. Still, Marius waits as the admin is taken care of. Low ball into the middle by Barthelemy. And it's good defending once again at the back for Sudan. Nice play by Saeed Boya. Not enough to keep it in play though. Azrak almost turning into trouble. Gets away with it. Oh, it's a decent ball. And now here's the space. Good pressure here from Chad. The ball does go into the box and it's well claimed by Ali Abdullah. Left one of his own defenders sprawled on the turf there in order to claim that ball. And his very hopeful long punt forward has won his team a throw in. Big cheers for Marius. It's Karl Max Barthelemy who makes way. He hasn't had much of an impact on the game, to be fair. At first it appeared as though he was going to be starting down the left wing, ended up front and just never really got much service, to be fair to him. The Semen Padang forward. Oh, that's well won in midfield by Azrak. And now, straight away, Marius might be in here. Is this the equaliser? Surely it is. Oh, he's hit a post. Oh, how has he done that? What an opportunity for Chad. And it's gone begging. Will they get a better opportunity? It was an open goal. And he's contrived to find the near post. Well, the crowd responded to that chance, but Sudan are threatening now at the other end. And he's gone down looking for a penalty. That's never going to be a penalty. Goal kick. Well, what an opportunity. It was his first touch of the game, and look at the pace as well, because he showed his pace there. It did not take him long. One ball through the middle from Azrak, and Marius was away. Round the goalkeeper. No one to beat. Apart from the near post. Undu Asmal. He's given away a foul. Well, the crowd are up. The pace of Marius has the home fans on their feet. Undu Asmal was given away a free kick here. And Awagla Abdullah is down. And this will just take the sting out of the game for a few moments. Sudan will be the happier team about that, because Marius has injected some pace into this game.
تمريرة لموريس حاول أن يباغت الحارس أبو 20 حارس المنتخب السوداني، ولكن المدافع استطاع أن يخلص هذه الكرة بطريقة بعجوبة كبيرة. والآن هنالك مخالفة لصالح
Abdullah looks in some pain here. It's not the first time a player has gone down in this match. Gives the Chad men some time to get fluids on board. What a chance that was to equalise.
وفي هذه اللحظات سلامات للاعب السوداني لمدافع المنتخب السوداني.
It will be a free kick. Well, Garusic isn't very happy about it. Forward it goes. Oh, that might be a handball. And it is. Sloppy defending. I think it wasn't Abaya. He's the man on the yellow card. Baggesen, the man giving away the free kick there. And, well, Defalla is lining up a wall as if he's expecting a shot. It looks a long way from goal for a shot. But is that? I think it's Ramadan. He's lining it up. Doesn't get the ball airborne. And it's headed clear. That's a bit of a waste, really. Must have been at least 30, 35 yards from goal there. Ramadan Alagab. But having said that, this score suits Sudan. 1-0 away from home. Second leg in Khartoum to come on Tuesday, of course. They would have snapped your hand off for this before kickoff. Oh, and away he goes again. Oh, this is brilliant play. And Abdullah just beats him to it. Oh, the crowd love him. Marius is changing this game. Oh, they're chanting his name as well now. And all of a sudden, Chad have an outlet up front, a cutting edge. He almost got away from two players there. The goalkeeper did really well, Abdullah. Only 21 years old, Marius. Already trying to become a hero in his home country. Inga. I think he's won a corner. Excellent play by the Angers forward. It's going to be Romeo Otojimbai to take. Third time lucky maybe, as that goes over. Oh, and it's another opportunity. Another one goes begging. And the Chad players are trying to get the crowd involved, waving their hands. They can sense an equaliser is coming. And Duassel may have been the man to get the final touch there from the corner, just heading it down and past the post. All the way back to Abdullah. There's still over half an hour left in this match, of course. There's plenty of time. The goalkeeper Defalla, very calm. He does well. For once, no sustained possession for Chad, because in this second half they really have had the bit between their teeth. El Tahir. Sudan desperate just for a little bit of time on the ball. Said Boya. Ali Abdallah, the goalkeeper, is getting plenty of touches. That's a good pass. Alta here with the throw-in. That's a nice little run in behind as well. Mozamil has gone off. It looks as though Salah Heldin Adil might be the man to have come on. And now they're trying to work an opportunity for a shot. Alagab. Oh, it's good defending. Really good defending by the right back. Matoinge. Even Alagab might be running out of ideas. The momentum is clearly with Chad. Defala. Looking for Matoinge. That was risky. And it's not a great touch in the end, but Sudan still have a chance to get this into the middle if they can. Ahmad Adam linking up. That's a poor pass. And now look at the space. Marius trying to play it forwards. Ninga's beaten to it by Adam. And Alagab calms everything down for Sudan. El Rashid. El Tahir. Boya gives it to goalkeeper Abdullah. Azrak with Eric. Lays it off. And it's just too strong there for Nduassel. The ball is cut out at the back by Abaya. And now Ninga's looking for it. Well headed clear by Adam, but only as far as Marius. Ninga can't get away from his man. Good defending again. Sudan are really starting to ride their luck now, though. It's going to come back at them. Azrak. Eric. Oh, it's a clever pass, but it's just too strong. Left back Ninga Ndonane was flying forward. It's a clever run, actually, by the defender. 25 minutes left for Chad to salvage something. Remember, the last time these two teams played each other in 2010 World Cup qualifying, it was a group stage, but it was a pair of away wins. If it stays like this, it will be a third away victory in a row in meetings between these teams. Defala just about managing to stay inside his area there while collecting the ball. Looks long and doesn't manage to clear it long enough. Azrak flies in, and that's surely a foul. It is. He's not happy with the decision by referee Konate, but he can have no argument. Sudan have been poor actually from set pieces so far today. They've wasted the majority of them, but this one is too far out to tempt even Alagab for a shot. Oh, in the end, I think they have had a shot. That was odd. They know, though, they don't need to score again here, Sudan. 1-0. Absolutely fine. Oh, it's a dreadful goal kick. Here's Alagab. Surely it's 2. It is. Oh, what an awful, awful mistake by Adum Defala. A catastrophic error from the Chad goalkeeper. And their dreams of reaching the second round of World Cup qualifying appear to have come to a sorry end. Sudan have been gifted a second goal midway through the second half, with Chad applying all the pressure. Their goalkeeper has thrown it away. A total miss kick from a goal kick. And the East African visitors are heading towards the second round. 2 away goals. It's 2-0. And it's all to do for Chad. That really was dreadful goalkeeping. I'm not even sure what he was trying to do. Play it short through the centre of midfield from a goal kick with a striker standing right in front of you. Unforgivable. To be fair to Ramadan, he did well. It was a good first touch. And he showed no mercy to the stricken goalkeeper, sliding it into the bottom corner. And now Chad, well, it looks like there's no way back. Inga. The crowd, well, if they were only quietened earlier, they really are silent now. For all the promise of some of their build-up play, there hasn't been enough cutting edge. And they've been caught out badly twice at the back, especially for that second goal. Mad to Inga. That's well held up by Otojimbai. And here is a free kick. You feel that Chad have to strike, and they have to strike extremely soon if they're going to get back into this tie. And that will leave space for Sudan on the counter-attack, and there's another free kick. And what was really building up to be a fantastic second half has had some of the sting taken out of it by that second goal from Ramadan Alagab. And that might be a foul. It is. El Tahir's pass was too strong. And Chad have some respite. Azrak. He's got his right back here. Mad to Inga. Mad to Inga again. Clips it forward towards Inga. And Mad to Inga has continued his run, and Inga tries to find him with a back heel. Not quite cleared yet. In the end, Sudan get the ball away. And now the breakaway might be on. 2-on-2. Surely it couldn't be 3-0. Oh, excellent pace shown. He's in on goal again. Is this 3-0? No. Brilliantly cleared off a line. Chad are falling apart at the back now. And that really could have been 3-0. He had the option to pass as well. It might have been Eric Umbagosum who got back there to clear. Inga does well. Up the other end. Oh, that's a great ball across. And there's no one in the middle. They're chasing the game and there's no one in the middle. That was really good play by Casimir Inga. Finding the space, finding the low cross. And the only people waiting for it were wearing red. It's all getting very messy out there now. There's some tired legs on the Chad team. And Sudan are picking them off. Ramadan. Ahmad Adam. Once again looking for space in the wide areas, which they've worked well again. El Tahir looking to keep the ball in play, and he does well. He's got a corner for his team. A third goal really would end this tie as a contest once and for all. Well, it's another substitution for the home team. Lygia Jinminam has come on. There have been quite a few moments in this game that look like they'll prove decisive. Howlers at both ends. In comes the corner. Headed away by Azrak. Here's Marius, the man guilty of that horrible open goal miss not long before Sudan's second goal. There's no pressure on the ball whatsoever now. Some of the fans are leaving. And it's all too easy. Look at the space for Alta here. In it comes. This could be 3-0. Good save in the end by the goalkeeper. But the follow-up is in. And it's all fallen apart for Chad and Sudan. Have taken advantage in clinical fashion. And it's that man again. You just can't keep him away from goal. It's Ramadan Alagab. He's proving to be quite the goal poacher today. It's an international hat-trick. What a wonderful, wonderful performance. In all truth, he couldn't really miss that one. He was 2 yards out, but he was there waiting for the goalkeeper to parry the ball into the danger area. And he's lashed it in with that left foot. Roof of the net. And having only scored twice in his international career before today, he's more than doubled that tally as we head for another drinks break. I don't think a drink of water is going to bring Chad back into this now. They dominated this second half for the first 20 minutes. They really looked like they would get an equaliser, but Marius, a matter of seconds after coming off the bench, ran clean through on goal, round the keeper, contrived to hit the post, and it did not take long for Sudan to make him pay. And well, it was more his goalkeeper who was the guilty one. Adum Defala, a goal kick, just rolled along the ground on a platter for Alagab. He made no mistake. He's since scored again. And well, this drinks interval, you might call it, is bringing about a mass exodus from the crowd. Some of them are staying on in defiance, but many are leaving. And quickly too. With the away game to come, this could still get worse for Chad. Some dejected faces out there now, not just in the crowd but on the pitch. Captain Nduassel can barely bring himself to go back into position and carry on. Here's Inga. The crowd being ferried away just past the touchline. As Otto Jimbai does well with Marius and Inga combining further forward, and Inga is trying to get onto the end of Marius's cross. He was never going to. Here comes Sudan again. This time they're happy just to play it around, not go for the kill on the counter. Abdullah, the goalkeeper, plays it into midfield, where the other Ali Abdullah wasn't too happy about not receiving the ball. That's a good tackle by the effervescent Matuinge. And this could be a chance for a shot. Oh, and it's a good one. The first strike on target of the game for Chad. It came out of nothing, and it was a good hit from range. Ali Abdullah does well just to palm it away, beat the ball to safety. And one last substitution, one last throw of the dice. Casemir Inga, one of their star players really. The Angers man has gone off to be replaced by Harun Chauna. Oh, it's a good ball as well towards Marius. His touch is poor, he's offside. Najim Haroun, the midfielder, who's just come on. Born in Belgium. Currently playing for Tienen in the Belgian 3rd Division. His older brother, Faris Haroun, actually won 6 international caps for Belgium between 2007 and 2009. So, a sporting family. Now he has an opportunity to try and do something to change this faltering display from Chad. Ali Abdullah to Ali Abdullah. And to touch. Only 12 minutes left now. You feel that to have any chance of going through, Chad need to score twice, really. And they're just not threatening to at all. Mohamed El Rashid looks to be the man to come off. Romeo does well. Here's Azrak. And now Madtuange. Nice ball. Here's the new man, Haroun. No way through for Jiminam. Madtuange. Jiminam. Oh, that's really nicely done, Haroun. Can't catch up with it. May have been offside as well, actually, by the looks of things. Fantastic day in the end for Zdravko Logarusic, the Sudan coach. Not such a good day for him though. Tregoat just watching on in despair. His team have plugged away for so much of the game with no reward. And then to throw it away like they did. The goalkeeper, Adoum Defala. Plays for Elect Sport in Chad. He's only 24. It would be really hard for him to come back from that. It was a horrible error. You couldn't wish to see a worse goal kick than that. Fair play, though, to Ramadan Alagab. To score a hat-trick in such a big game is quite an achievement. Well, now Chad with a free kick. Can they find something that may spark a comeback? Hacked, half clear. Oh, it's a really poor touch by Madtuange, and now Sudan are coming forward again. Oh, it's a fantastic turn, and that's a foul. Brought down. Now was Adabaya. Oh, this could get worse. Kanate opting not to go to his pocket. That would be the last thing Chad need, a red card. Could feel the optimism in the ground before kickoff. It's all gone. Great day for Sudan though. They really have been clinical. And overall, they've defended very well, Sudan. They've looked solid. They've kept their shape. And they've taken their chances. Oh, he's too slow on the ball there. Azrak gets away with it by getting the free kick. The switch was on, but he took too long. He's got an injury for his troubles. Substitute Musa El-Dai, the guilty man, just clipping the back of his heels. This game is really petering out. Can Chad do something to change it? Azrak. It's found nicely by Eric Ngubusum. Azrak's cross is poor. Ngubusum does well. Turns out well too. And he's got a man over if he wants him. Oh, he opts not to use him. Really poor game awareness there. Chance to cross. Oh, and here's an opportunity maybe to shoot. Cleared away from Unduassel. Oh, that's a good pass. Turn round the corner. Can they score now? Appeal for a penalty, but it's never going to be given. Oh, it's been given. It's a penalty. Referee Kanate has awarded Chad a penalty. And out of nowhere, maybe they've got a lifeline. There's still 7 minutes left yet. The Sudan players surround the referee. They're not going to be able to change his mind. Logarusic is fuming on the touchline. It's a yellow card as well to boot. But out of nowhere, Chad have an opportunity. It just looked like a coming together on the right-hand side, but the referee saw otherwise. And it was a debatable decision, and it is being contested furiously by Sudan and their Croatian coach, Logarusic. And the responsibility for Chad to grab them, this lifeline, falls to their captain, Ezekiel Unduassel. You wouldn't begrudge them a goal for the way they've played in much of this game. And this would give them a glimmer of hope. Here he is, looking for his 7th goal for Chad. Up against Ali Abdullah. This would keep the crowd awake. He's gone straight down the middle and he's scored. Maybe it's not all over yet. They still believe in the crowd. They've got 5 minutes to salvage something more and maybe, just maybe, head to Khartoum next week with hope in their hearts. It's a well-taken penalty. For all the controversy of the decision, Unduassel keeps Chad alive. It's 3-1, and there's still time as well. How does Sudan play this? Surely they've just got to try and keep what they have. Alagab. There's a Sudan throw-in. That'll help. Just flicking off the head of Abaya. Coach Tregoat desperately trying to get his men to get back and defend this throw-in. The last thing they want is to go and concede a 4th. And it's a free kick. Not sure if that was for a foul or offside, but it's a free kick nonetheless. Well, that might not have been the brightest idea. Playing it short to the goalkeeper Defala under pressure after what happened earlier. His confidence can't be high. It's worked out okay though. Madtuange. That's a poor pass, straight out of play. Didn't really give his teammate Haroun any chance of keeping that in. They need to keep their heads up, Chad. They've still got 3 minutes, plus injury time. Ahmad Adam goes for the long throw. Alagab's flick is deflected away. This is all helpful for Sudan. They'll be frustrated. They were so close to what would have surely been a tie-clinching 3-0 win. But out of nowhere, a penalty was given. And a penalty was scored by Unduassel, the Chad skipper. Now here's space for Azrak. He's won a throw-in. Murmurs in the crowd. It's hat clear. That's a really good ball. Could this be a second goal? Oh, it's really good defending. He just hooked it away from Asel, and it was offside anyway. Now a good chance to hit the deck and waste a little bit of time. Asel's trying to help him up, and he knows, yes, this is time wasting, surely. He does look in some discomfort. Oh, there's the man who will want to forget this game in a hurry. Adoum Defala with one of the worst goal kicks you're ever going to see. At that moment, 1-0 down, dominating. Chad were right in the game. But his mistake allowed Ramadan Alagab to score his second. He's gone on to get a hat-trick. Surely that penalty from Asel will be nothing more than a consolation. This game, well, it mirrors that match from the 2010 qualifiers when Sudan came here and won by 3-1. Chad won the return game in that group stage clash, of course, 2-1. If they went 2-1 up next week in Khartoum, that really would put the cat amongst the pigeons. But as it stands, it looks like being another sorry qualifying campaign for the Sao, who have never reached a major competition. Well, that successfully ticked the clock down a further 90 seconds, I think, there. Almost into injury time. In the Chad capital, N'Djamena. Long from Ali Abdullah. Defended as well, just nods it back to Defala. His distribution is better this time. Haroun. That's going to run out of play. Even Marius and his pace can't reach that. He'll look back as well on this game, thinking, what if I scored that open goal? He did so well to get into that position as well, when it was only 1-0 and then just hit the post. But they've got to keep going. One more goal would make it interesting for the second leg. Surely they'll have a few minutes of stoppage time. Sudan retreating, trying to hold on to what they have. Oh, and the referee Kanate blows for a free kick. It did look like a foul. And another breather for the visitors. It's been a wonderful day for Sudan and Sudanese football, but especially for Ramadan Alagab, the star of the show. He might fancy getting another goal as well. It's a free kick. His first international hat-trick, and it's come in good style as well, you have to be fair. The first goal was a wonderful strike from outside the box, in off the post. Goalkeeper no chance. The second one, opportunistic, pouncing after a dreadful goal kick by Defala. And then the third, similar to the second in some ways, just reacting first after a low shot was saved. Ezekiel Asel pulled one back from the penalty spot late on for Chad, but it looks like it's going to be not much more than a consolation with a second leg in Sudan to come. Those fans are going to be left disappointed. And the first chance they've had to see their senior team play at home this year. And it just hasn't gone to plan. Everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong for Chad, and Sudan have been very solid. You have to remember, the Sudanese have got good history. They reached the Cup of Nations quarterfinals just 7 years ago, and they've shown all their experience today. Chad still battling away, desperately trying to get that ball back. It's just not going to happen. Very nicely done there by Alta here. Good football. It's a bit of a risky pass, but it works out okay. Abdullah launches it skyward. That's going to be a throw-in. Along we play. We're into the 4th minute of added time. And there's an opportunity. He goes for the near post. Well, that came out of absolutely nowhere. It's just a long throw down the line. I think it was might have been the substitute, Haroun again, who got his shot away. Here is Haroun. I think he's won a free kick. The right back, Constant Madtwange, has got himself and his team a free kick here. It was a high foot. Hopefully he's not too badly hurt. It looked as though the boot of the Sudan player did connect with his head. It may well have been Salah Eldin Adil, the substitute, who made the tackle. And now it looks as though Lygia will take the free kick. One last chance for Chad to get a second goal. Ooh, Haroun has been left completely unmarked for the short one. Jimina. That's a poor ball in. There's no one there. But the shot could still come back in, and it's saved by Ali Abdullah. That was the last chance for Chad. Abdullah got down well. He held on to it well. And there goes the final whistle. A fantastic day for Sudanese football. A hat-trick for their star player, Ramadan Alagab. And Chad left deflated. Some costly mistakes, especially by their goalkeeper Defala for their second goal. And the open goal miss from Marius. It's finished in N'Djamena. Chad 1, Sudan and Ramadan Alagab 3.
Qatar 2022. Le Soudan est venu prendre une option sérieuse ici sur la pelouse du stade omnisportif Mamatouya. 3 buts à 1, 2 buts sur des erreurs monumentales du portier Defala et un troisième but sur une mauvaise organisation défensive. Ici, stade Idriss Mamatouya. Les crocodiles du Soudan 3, les Sao du Tchad 1. Nous disons donc merci à toute l'équipe technique qui nous a aidés et qui a tout fait des mains et des pieds pour vous permettre de suivre en direct cette rencontre. Avec moi, Madi, tout est fini ici. Studio, à vous.